Okay, guys, listen up, please. Now, we have a cup final, obviously, coming up, which we're all very excited for. But we have an important league match that we need to focus on first. So I need everybody... What's that, Gazinga? Are there places up for grab in the final if you play well? No. This is very much a second-string team we're playing. I'm completely sacrificing this game against Crusaders to make sure that the good guys are fit for the final. But you'll be on the bench, Gazinga, so it'll be nice for you to be involved again. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 4, Episode 6 at H&W Welders on the Impossible Dream as we look to lead the Northern Irish club to European glory. And today we have, well, it's a big day. We're playing Crusaders in the league, and then it's Linfield in the County Antrim Shield Cup Final. It's probably just Shield Final, isn't it? It's not a cup, it's a shield. So a chance for silverware, which will be our first major trophy. Obviously, we won the championship to get promoted, but it's not, well... Everybody's involved in this one, isn't it? So it could be an historic day. But the reason we're starting in the medical centre, and we do have a little bit of transfer activity to catch you up on as well, but the reason we're in the medical centre is because today's game is our fourth in a week, the league game. We have played 4 games in a week, and you can see that there's a lot of fatigued players around here. A lot of fatigued players. We've had to kind of pick and choose, and we'll basically sacrifice some games. And this Crusaders game is kind of one that we're semi-sacrificing. Now let's catch you up on the transfer activity. We'll start with the outs. Matthew Smythe has left centre-back. I had high hopes for him when we signed him, but he was a terrible trainer. Whenever you got the training reports, he was always in the in the naughty side. He just didn't train on. So, as I said, I had high hopes for him. We've ended up making a profit off of him, which is fantastic. So he has left the club. Also out on loan for the rest of the season is Damian Allmark. Another one that I think could be a decent player. He just needs to play, and he's just not quite good enough for our first team. You can see when he does play, he doesn't really get it done. So he's gone off to Dergview in the championship. Hopefully, he'll play a lot of football there and start and develop as we know he probably should be able to. But the in, and this is what we really care about, is Matt Moran, a left. Well, he says he's a centre back. He's a full back. That's what we've signed him to do. Again, this is part of my sign current ability kind of drive. He's basically a left back who, in theory at least, can defend. Marking, tackling, heading is all there. Decent positioning, decent teamwork. He's got some natural fitness and stamina, so he can get up and down that left-hand side for us. Some good mental attributes there. Nothing outstanding. But I'm hoping, as I said, just someone who can come in and do a decent job for us. He did play 1 game in the Premiership. You can see he's already played twice for us and played quite well. So yeah, I'm hoping that he's going to be a nice little addition to the squad for us. And we'll see him in the cup final, assuming that he's not cup tied, which I don't think he is. Alright, so we have 4 games, as I said, to catch you up on since last episode, starting with our league game against Glenavon. Aidan Lillis gave us a second half lead, but Glenavon were quickly level and then took all 3 points. This was a really strange game. We were playing quite well, although they did have 2 goals disallowed, but I think if I remember correctly, they were both offsides. They were offsides. We were playing quite well. We went in front and then we just kind of stopped playing. 10 minutes later we were 2-1 down and we never recovered. You can see even on the XG tracker, we were sort of there or thereabouts, went in front. Well, arguably, we still deserved the win. But anyway, a strange one, a disappointing game to lose at home, never mind to draw. But yeah, it is what it is. You can see Moran made his debut in this particular game. Next up, it was a cup tie, the Peaky Blinders Cup, the one we really want to win to try and get into Europe. And it was against Kobler Rec, or a non-league team anyway. We took an early lead when Thompson Summers played in youngster Sheedy for his first career goal. But Combler Rec were quickly back level before Sheedy's second in extra time eventually got us through. Well, we got there in the end. We did deserve it. XG will tell you that. But I took a bit of a selection risk. This was obviously the first of 4 games in a week. And I played a second string team, even you could argue a third string team in places, to try and focus on some upcoming league fixtures, and it almost cost us, to be honest. But Sheedy, the youngster, got his first. He's now the club's youngest ever goal scorer, so hopefully the first of many goals from him. And as I said, we did actually play quite well. We just made very hard work of it. Next up was the league fixture that I was focusing on, really trying to get 3 points. It was against Coleraine. We took a late lead when the ball found its way to Gowan, before Cagbo made the most of McQuaid's ball forward to make it 2-0. So it was a relatively even game, but we did get a massive 3 points in the end. This is more or less maybe 1 or 2 differences. The team that I'm expecting to play the final today haven't decided Cagbo or Lucas up front. That's sort of the big selection dilemma we have. But you can see we had a good chance early on, and the goal. Other than that, XG was quite even. But we got there late, a huge 3 points. It meant we got away with it because we got through in the cup and we got the win here. And the next game was, it was against Larne. And, we may have sacrificed this one in team selection. Larne took the lead just before halftime, and then managed to get a second before the break, before sealing the points in the second half, before McNally crossed for Lucas to grab a late consolation. So there we go. It was what was not our strongest side. To be honest, we were doing okay, and then there's 2 late goals before the break absolutely killed us. And even after the break, yes, we conceded 1, but it wasn't a terrible performance from us, especially given the team we put out. But that said, we didn't deserve to take anything from it. But for a second string, I was relatively pleased, I'd say, with how we did there. Now, quick look here. I did manage. Thank you for the person in the comments that helped me with this. I've got to write down names because I'm terrible at remembering them. But you know who you are. Thank you so much. I have managed to get the attendances up there. So I'll just do a quick sort of scroll through so you can have a look if this is of interest to you. There we go, and we're up to the friendlies to start the season. So that's that. That'll be there now, hopefully all the time. It should hopefully save it anyway, so I don't have to do it every time. And anyway, league table, massive win against Coleraine. We are, I'm going to say, and I'm probably going to regret saying it, but we're safe. We'll be in the division next season. Now it's just a case of if we can close down this 6-point gap to Ballymena and sneak ourselves into that top half. But given that we've played a game more, that's going to be a little bit difficult. We do have our draw for the 6th round. The next round, the Peaky Blinders, we're away to Dergview. I'm assuming that Damian Allmark will not be allowed to play in that. And of course, County Antrim Shield Final comes today. But the first game is there against the Crusaders. So let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. So we're away from home for the game, which obviously is, it's not ideal, but you play everybody at home and away, so it makes no difference, really. A 4-2-3-1 formation we're expecting from them, and this is the team that we are sending out. It's Mulligan in goal, it's second string, so heads up about that. It's Devine, it's Brown, Suonen, and Story as the back 4. It's Cutbush, Lillis, and Thompson, Summers in midfield. It's Callahan, and it is Hughes. Callahan is the guy we have on loan. I don't think we've seen him before, actually. Might even be his debut. So, good time for that. And it's Byrne up top, basically because I haven't decided yet if I want Lucas or if I want Cagbo to play in the cup final. And Byrne is fine, so we'll give him a start and see how he goes. So we can see the team lineups there. Professor McGonagall's in their lineup, which is nice to see. Now if you're wondering why I'm suddenly focusing on the County Antrim Cup, there's 20-something grand for winning it. So having tried our best to get knocked out all through the tournament, we're now going to try and win it, and no doubt we'll lose. So that's... what do we want to say to this? Show them what you've got, that's fine, and let's pump our fists. See if we can motivate this unlikely mob of players. And see how we go. It's a good opportunity for you guys to have a look at some of the other players that are in the squad as well. And like I say, the fixture list has not been kind with the regularity of the games. We're already 1-0 down. So that's obviously not ideal. But then again, the 20 grand is nothing for us to sniff at. I'm hoping that Linfield won't put out a stronger team for it, because for them, they're in actual European competitions. They have money to spend. So it wouldn't be as big a deal for them as it would be for us. It's only just on side, isn't it? But a little bit of disappointment there early on. Let's see if we can rebound from that, though. It's not been much of a game for us so far. There's a lot of guys here, like Suonen is potentially very good, but, this is what I'm saying about not having potential players in the lineup. Actually, Brown's getting worse and worse, so he actually wouldn't be playing if Sonar was fit. And we're really seeing the downside to Sonar's injury, to be honest, because he's obviously not been available, which means Brown has to play. which isn't ideal. Here we go, a little bit of a chance here. Hughes, can he get a shot away? He can, but it's, well, less said about that, the better, perhaps. Hughes, again, one of the young wingers that we signed. Very, very pacey. That's pretty much all he has, though. And we've got some more work to do here defending a set piece. Again, we can't... Oh, Jesus Christ, Mulligan. What is that? Yeah, I mean, that's our number one goalkeeper. I can't say that that's a backup goal. Oh, it's very poor, isn't it? I do wonder if goalkeeper is maybe somewhere we need to look to strengthen. I mean, Mulligan's done okay at times, but again, I mean, his current ability actually isn't too bad. But I do wonder if maybe the January window's not closed yet. If maybe we want to... How dare you say we're pleased with that? Maybe we want to go and try and see if we can find ourselves a goalkeeper that's good current ability. We did have a couple of goalkeepers in on trial. The problem with them is just wages. They wanted sort of a couple of £100 a week, both of them. And, oh, Jesus, this is getting bad. It's all set pieces, isn't it? From open play, we haven't actually been that bad. Which is very frustrating because it makes it difficult to know exactly what we need to do to improve. Because we've not actually conceded that many... we've not conceded from open play. Are we about to go and do that now, though? Opened up my big mouth, haven't I? Lillis wins that for Hughes. All right, here we go. Burns on the last shoulder. Can Hughes slip him in? We've got Callaghan. Hughes has gone all the way himself, and Hughes has scored a very, very nice individual goal. It might even be his first for the club. His first of the season. And, well, is that us back in this game? Let's demand a little bit more. A nice header away from Lillis. Found Hughes. He's inside his own half. He goes past Ince. And it just opened up for him, and he had a bit of a wayward shot in the first half. This time, though, he's tucked it away beautifully. 3-1. Can we go and get ourselves back in this game now? We've come straight back. Are we about to... have we just angered them now? Of course, Crusaders, were they fourth in the league? They are themselves quite a decent side, and we are away from home. So it's not a give-me game. Oh, divine. We have just let them straight back the other way. We can certainly see the difference, can't we, between a team of first teamers and a team with a few guys that, well, I've signed looking towards the future, and the future's looking very dark for them. Oh, that's so annoying. There's nothing worse, is there, than scoring a goal and then look at that within a minute. Within a minute. I mean, considering they've scored 4 goals, their XG is only just over 1, so we are perhaps a little bit unlucky. Now, whether that is Mulligan in goal that is embarrassing himself, or if that, whatever the case may be, we could consider the score perhaps a little bit lucky. There's Byrne, and Byrne has missed a good opportunity there as well. All right, Thompson Summers is stinking the place out. Let's get Gazziniga on for him. Callaghan not having his greatest game, but again, I want to keep going fresh for the cup game. There's not really much point. Here we go with Callaghan now. Can he show us something? Burns in the middle. He gets the cross in. It's not the best cross. Gazziniga's there, heads it down. Byrne can't quite get to it. And are we going to go and get done on the break here? Go to him, Gazziniga. Go on, mate. Go on. It could be the last time we see Gazziniga, actually. He's off at the end of the season, of course. It's sad to see him go, but he just didn't quite go with us. I think I may have messed him up a little bit trying to turn him into a centre-back and then changing my mind. And so I probably didn't help his cause. But Lillis pounces. Can he play Byrne in? It's over the top. This is what Byrne can do. Can he finish now? Byrne, he cannot. What if we give it a calm down shout, perhaps? I mean, the game is essentially gone. What we don't want to do is do some, too much damage to our goal difference here. Hughes has it. He gets it forward to nobody. Oh, the second string. It's like a flashback to the terrible, terrible days of 2 episodes ago. 5-1. Well, let's hope the cup final's good. I mean, he had such an easy pass there for Lillis. It wasn't You'd have to be blind Freddy not to be able to see that, and you'd have to, well, even I could at least kind of complete that pass. It's stupidity, isn't it? It's just stupidity. No pressure, boys. Come on. And that ends a very poor outing from us, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, you hope in a game like this that some, players stand up and say, I can play for the first team. Hughes is maybe the only one, isn't he, that kind of did anything there. I'm not happy with that, boys. So there we go. That did some damage to the goal difference, didn't it? It looks as though there's an increasingly big gap between the top 3 or 4 and everybody else. We can beat Carrick, we can beat Ballymena, but the top 4 have, they've pulled our pants down a few times, haven't they? So 5-star Crusaders triumph. Callahan makes his debut. I dare say it might be his one and only appearance based on that. And, there we go. I'm going to blame fixture congestion on that one, but guys, wait right there. We'll be back for our first major cup final against Linfield in the County Antrim Shield. I'm Eamon Murphy here at Tillysburn Park, ahead of the County Antrim Shield Final between H&W Welders and Linfield. It is the first final in the club's history for the Welders, and manager Aussie Villain will be hoping to be celebrating here in just over 90 minutes' time. Now quick, back to you in the studio before my accent gets any worse. Okay, welcome back. It's cup final time for the first time this season. In this series, I should say, we're suited and booted and ready to go. Now, this is hopefully going to be our first ever trophy as a club. If we go and have a quick look here, they've never won a major trophy in the club's history. There's the Suns and Steels Cup, which I think is a little bit like, what's it called? The Papa John's, the St. Johnson's Paint Trophy thing. And then there's the Intermediate Cup. I think that's kind of like an FA trophy, like, they're lower league things that the club has won, but never won a major trophy. In fact, the championship was the biggest trophy that the club had won when we won that 2 seasons ago. So, potentially a historic day here for us. Let's go and have a look and see what we're doing. Hopefully we're going to put that Crusaders game well and truly behind us. But again, as I said at the time, it was our 4th game in a week, and it wasn't our strongest side. So expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from now. That's not their strongest team, because Lavery's not playing up top, and he usually absolutely puts us to the sword. So that could go our way. Now, I did want to show you, actually, if we just quickly go back here, the reason, again, that we're taking the final as seriously as we are, 23, almost 24 grand for the winners, we need that cash. So that's why we're taking it as seriously as we are, and why we essentially sacrificed both the LAN and the Crusaders games in the league. Now, this is the team we're sending out, the heroes. Mulligan goes in goal. Now, we're in a situation with Mulligan. I'm trying to decide, do we stick with him, or do we sign somebody that's a little bit better and maybe look to put him out on loan? I don't know what to do with Mulligan. Moran, we're going to see a first appearance from him on YouTube with Denham, Hall and Simpson as the back 4. Own goal Gallagher with McQuaid and Tipton in midfield. It's Gowan and Davidson down the wings. We're going to go with Lucas up top, basically because I'm expecting them to have a high line, so we're going to try and get him in behind. We have Cugbo on the bench if we need him. This is, you can see we've got our next round of Trial of Sin as well, so we'll see if anything comes of that. But yeah, let's get out there. Okay, so we can see the lineups here now. Again, I'm not an expert on the Linfield team, but I know that Lavery is their main guy. He's not playing, so I'm going to assume that they haven't sent out a full-strength side. No one expects us to enjoy playing with any pressure on you. Okay, can we fist pump and say that? No, so we'll point our finger and say that. Assertively tell them there's no pressure on them. We can't be any worse than Crusaders, I say that now. And here we go. Of course, I've probably jinxed us horribly by saying that, haven't I? We've got a Cugbo on the bench. Otherwise, I mean, it's a functional bench more than anything else. And yeah, like I say, that Lavery is the one that scores against us. He's not playing. So that's got to give us a chance. We're at home as well. We can see it's a sellout, but I'm imagining a lot of that is going to be Linfield fans. But I mean, it's a big day. It's a huge day. And a chance to really make a mark here. Here we go. We've got a set piece to defend. Can we do this properly, please, boys? Ball in. Oh, dear. It's off the post. And is that perhaps a sign early on that it's going to be our day? They hasn't gone out yet. Tipton can't quite do anything. Moran heads it down. Here we go. Tipton can't quite get... Go on, Tipton. Get there for it, mate. Moran and Tipton go down. It's a long old highlight, this one, isn't it? Ball into the box. Denham's there, heads it away. And that will eventually end the highlight. Let's give them some encouragement. We've got a goal kick for Linfield. Can we win this, please, boys? Davidson's there. He can't. It's just pumped forward. Simpson is there. I think I trust him on the ball. Still new at the club, but he hasn't stuffed up yet. So I think as long as that stays the case... Look at this crowd. Oh, if we could get a win, maybe they'll all come back next time. Denham gets it forward. Lucas down there for McQuaid. That was Cargbo-esque. Tipton back to McQuaid. There's the ball through for Lucas. Exploiting their high line. Can Lucas finish? Oh, we can't. And we don't even get a corner out of it. But some promising signs there. Some promising signs. I think if Lucas gets another chance like that, he might take it. And we've got another set piece to defend here. Ball in. Can we win that, please? It's bouncing around in there. Oh! And Mulligan again, not covering himself in glory. It wasn't well hit, was it? It's just snuck its way into that corner. And we find ourselves 1-0 down in the final. Oh, it's hit Hall and bounced away. Mulligan, oh, maybe a little bit harsh on him. He just couldn't quite get across. A lot of players in the box as well. And, well, yeah, that's, I mean, from a set piece as well, that's frustrating, isn't it? And, of course, I know I keep banging on about it. The problem with being semi-pro and having as many games as we've had is that we haven't been able to train. So, I mean, set-piece defending is not necessarily even something that registers on the we need to do this radar, but obviously, you know, it is something that we need to do. All right, I can get on board with we've been unlucky. We've got faith in you all. And at some point, we might need to unleash Cargbo on this game. What can we do differently? Let's raise our tempo. Let's take it off past ball into space. I was hoping with the high line, maybe we'd be able to get in behind them there, but it worked once, but that was about it, wasn't it? They're motivated and inspired. Come on, boys. This game is rapidly ticking past. It's Cargbo time. All right, so what do we do? We take Lucas off. Dylan Davidson's having a shocker. Do we do this? Cargbo can come on. We'll focus our play down the right. And yeah, we'll go and put a little bit more pressure on them. It's obviously not ideal, but needs must. Half an hour to play. We're opening ourselves up horribly here, of course. But Davidson was having a poor game. And can Cargbo get to that? Not quite. No, not quite. The high line, but Hall heads it down. Tipton has it. What can he do? Looking for Lucas. Finding Lucas. Can Lucas stick away? Second chance. Draws a decent save from the goalkeeper and we'll go and have a corner. Where's Cargbo? He's in there, lurking at the near post. It's towards him. It's headed away. And here come Linfield on the break. We do have players back. Gowan's doing his best. He brings him down. He's not on a booking, so we'll just about get away with that, I'd say. 20-odd minutes. Can we give it a demand more? We're just not creating anything, are we? Let's go more direct. Let's play with more width. Everything else we're pretty much doing, aren't we? Oh, it'd be so disappointing. We need the 20 grand. McQuaid's got an injury. That's not ideal either. So that's going to mean Cutbush comes on. It's going to mean Cutbush switches with... I have to go into the thing here and do it. Cutbush will have to switch with Gallagher. Gallagher can just about be an advanced playmaker. Tipton's not the ideal Mazzella either, but we need someone drifting out into space there on the left. And we're just not creating anything. We've had 2 decent chances. Is there something else? One more highlight for us. Oh, and we've lost the final. Our 20 grand goes up in smoke. And, well, we've been beaten by Linfield reserves. Oh, it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, it hurts. There's the shield. It should have been us. That shield looks a lot like a cup, doesn't it? And there it is. Our first venture into a cup final ends in defeat. And you do wonder another day, you know, Lucas, he had his 2 chances, didn't he? He had his 2 chances. He's been scoring them for us. But on this, I hope they're going to clean up their mess at our stadium, by the way. You can pick that up on your way out, boys. Commiserations, Aussie. I hope you're going to clean up all your friggin' confetti before you leave. Oh, mate, there's no respect. Absolutely no respect. It's bad enough they're celebrating on our friggin' pitch, but to litter it with their shitty paper and then just walk off. There's no respect. No respect, mate. I tell you what, I will not be forgetting this. There we go. Wasn't to be today. Yeah, good effort, lads, I suppose. Was it? I don't know. Well, there we go. The reserves won in the Intermediate Cup 3rd round, so it wasn't all bad news today. Oh, that is obviously a devastation. We really could have used that 20 grand. McQuaid's just a bruised ankle, so that's not the end of the world. There's the reserve team if you're interested in how some of those guys are doing. Oh, that is just so disappointing. The finances well, actually, the crowd's helped us out there, hasn't it? With the 20 grand, we could have gone flying up out of the red completely, but that's actually not the end of the world, to be honest. What was the actual crowd? It was well, here, I was a sellout, 3,000. So that's going to be a club record. So there we go. Nicely done for us there. Now, we will be back next time. We have the Peaky Blinders Cup. That's the one. If we win, we'll get into Europe. So we'll take that a little bit more seriously. Yeah, so annoying. The first time I put a strong team out in that competition and we lost. But you can see there, I mean, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday. At least we've got a week off now. We can start and actually play a strong team again. Whenever we get a run like this, it just eats away at our squad and we start to struggle. But I think what we'll do is we'll come back for... I mean, I think we're safe. I don't think we have to worry. It looks like Cliftonville and Institute, they can decide between themselves who goes down, who has to play off. I think we're safe from that particular battle. So I don't think we'll come back for the Institute game. We might come back for the Cup game and Carrick Rangers, who are 5th. And 2 away games. And if we do hope to get into that top half, which on the evidence of today's form is unlikely, we've got a 10-point gap there. We have to win that game. Otherwise, well, the season could start to wind down very quickly, couldn't it? It could be the Cup and then that's about it in terms of league football for us. But yeah, that's all for next time, guys. The January window will be closed by then as well. I'll continue to try and look for some more current ability, less potential ability. And yeah, like I say, we'll be back for that. Dergview in the Cup, and then Carrick Rangers. If you enjoyed this, guys, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Take care.